instantly end charity numbers in 69. This is not a normal thing. No other con has to deal with this. Only Alkali. Only Alkali has to go to the bank multiple times a year and make a donation to a event. You do know that when you make a big enough donation, they have to write it down. They have to take your social security number. And the government knows that I always make deposits that end in the numbers 69. How? Right now, our charity total is at $1,669 because First Squared is amazing and wonderful and kind of disturbed.
I always make sure you have the proper change, too. You always have to have the 69 cents.
You know, it's always
not right.
It's always 69 cents.
Absolutely.
Now
we need just $100 donations. Oh my God.
I've just been updated our charity total. We have just reached $2,069.
Well, good start.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Holy crap.
Well, just reminding you why we're all here this weekend. We are sponsoring yet again the Hawes Society of Wisconsin. They have been a staple of our community since First Squared's inception. We thank you guys so much for being here year after year. First Squared is not the same without you, and it's genuinely, it's so difficult to not. Are you getting the QR code?
Yes.
Do you think you can move it with your? Hold on, I'm going to move my top hat.
Okay. No, I'm good. Sorry.
I wish we could be together right now. You have no idea how much I want to share a drink with you and have a puppy thrust into my hands like you always do, because they are adorable.
That was a weird sentence. Puppy thrust into my hands.
They do it to me every time. I look exhausted, and then a member of our charity walks past me and goes, "Here's a puppy. Better than a cup of coffee. Legitimately better than a cup of, because it's a puppy. It wiggles around. It's like, and now nap time."
I'm just going to leave that there, and we're going to move on from puppy thrust in my hands. So
thrust in my hands.
Yes. Okay. Don't you have some innocent charity stories to tell?
I have multiple innocent charity stories to tell.
Then puppy thrust in my hands.
Then the puppy was thrust in my hands. Well, since you mentioned the 69 cents, we're going to go back into the Wayback Machine for one of my favorite charity stories, and it comes from the first, maybe the second, it was so long ago, a very early First Squared. At this time, we had been donated so many small bills, so many small bills, that the day after First Squared had come, now, when you are dealing with money coming into our bank account and then moving out to a charity, this all needs paperwork. It all needs to be done exactly and precisely and in a timely manner, which means that as First Squared ended, Monday morning, I get into the car, we drive home, and we are exhausted. This was days of prep work before the con, days at the con, getting up early in the morning and finishing packing the truck, getting back to the house, unloading the truck, putting it in. It was probably the longest 7 days of our lives at that point. And the final thing I needed to do was go to the bank and donate all of your wonderful, wonderful charity money, which I believe at the time it had to be year 2 because it was over $10,000 in cash. Most of it in singles. Now, I don't know about you. I don't have a briefcase big enough to carry that much cash into a bank. And I don't know about you, but after a convention, I like to relax. So there's the tall, fat guy in a pair of ripped sweatpants in a white T-shirt walking into a bank with a brown jewel bag filled with over $10,000 in currency. They called the police.
I was going to say, what do they usually do when you see someone like you with just giant bags of money?
They call
what
the
is
police. That's a drug dealer.
Either it's a professional wrestler who just got paid.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
In the 70s.
Alkali the Giant is here. Time to go to Sizzler. All right, no, I'm sorry.
Well,
is there Sizzler still? Anyway,
they're still
that's
Sizzlers.
For old people, yeah.
Well, they delayed me for a little while. They had me standing around in the bank with like, yes, we're counting. Oh no, our counting machine is down. A 1 single? 2 singles? Like, oh boy. So the cop cars pull out outside. And then I come out, ripped sweatpants, stained T-shirt, looking like I haven't slept in 4 days because I hadn't.
Your
Probably
normal
not
look,
the
yeah.
best scenario. And they go, sir, we're going to need to talk to you. Now, I knew that this was a possibility because of the wonderful Uncle Kage. This was something I was semi-prepared for. I knew that bringing this much cash in, I knew that I would have to sign this paperwork. I did not think I'd get the cops called on me, but this all made sense. I said, just one moment. I can explain everything. I just need to get you some paperwork out of my car. To which they responded, do you mean the car with the dragon and ferret head in it? My car had not yet been unpacked from the convention. Inside there were 6 TVs, some fursuit heads, a bin of paperwork, always a good thing to have. And the lost and found. The lost and found that the cops had to go through while going through my car. Lost and found would have been fine, except for years ago at IFC. IFC had given out as a convention gift paddles, like for fraternity. And apparently somebody lost one of them at our convention. The uniformed officers went through, found the paddle, looked at it and said, "We understand," and left me alone.
Well, it's nice that they understood, though.
It was nice that they understood.
I mean,
truly.
yeah, it's true. Oh, well.
We have just gotten another $100 donation. We are at $2,169, which means apparently right now we are only donating in increments of $100.
You can't mess it up, apparently.
To make sure.
No, but seriously, it's okay to mess it up. Someone's got to do it. I understand. You're going to be booed, but you're doing what's necessary.
Gee.
It's like, yeah, it's like The Expanse. You got to do the bad thing sometimes for the good thing to go on. So sometimes you got to make that $5 donation so that we can all move on from the fun number. I'm just saying.
I understand.
Black pill, baby. No. And harsh medicine. All right.
Well, I will tell you what. In the corner, we have our 2 ASL interpreters. They have been wonderful. Thank you very much. Right now, we are on with Bick. You are unbelievable, my friend. On the next donation, if our tech team could please update our charity total, the next time we get one, I am going to tell the story of the first time I met our ASL interpreters backstage at Anthrocon. And if you see the smile on his face, you can tell that he remembers it and is hoping that you do not donate. It's not embarrassing to him, but it's embarrassing. It happened. That was fast. All right. The charity total right now is at $22.94.
Yeah, not as fun, but still more money. Yeah, thanks everyone.
I love the idea. Like, not as fun. The Hawes Association are watching. It's like, we find this very fun.
There's not that many fun numbers. There's Leet, right?
Leet's
That's a fun number.
420.
That's a fun number.
421, which is 420, and then again the next day. 422. Look, it just goes on.
419, which means I owe you one.
Yeah, thank you.
Hit me up and I owe you one. That's 419.
419, I owe you a joint.
Yeah, exactly. We know a lot of 419ers, but
oh my God.
That's a different story. Oh, I'm box head again.
We were. You rest your head on it.
It's my neck.
There I was at Anthrocon.
It's a very
you have
bad condition. It's code neck.
I'm totally gonna scan your neck.
It's hot. Barcode on neck. That is a thing. That's like, and now it can be like ironic. You've seen that. Like, ooh. Anyway, you could do a story.
If I ever got a barcode on my neck, I would want it to read "Neck of Time." You finally scan it, and they're like, "What's that?" And then they travel forward into the future. And they see that I am a man with a good head on my shoulders. You know why?
Why?
In the future, no necks. I just standing there, no neck whatsoever. And if I walk into a room with no neck, all the heads would turn.
I hate you.
Except for mine, I got no neck.
So you're Ram Man from He-Man. He had no neck.
He had no neck.
You are Ram Man.
Did he have no neck?
He has no freaking neck. It's just a red... We used to call a coworker Ram Man. The poor feller had no neck, so they were. Yeah.
It seems like you were very nice to your coworkers.
Oh, of course, the nicest. The video game industry is known for treating their employees well, and a good atmosphere. That's what the game industry is known for. Not locker room bullshit. No, not at all.
No.
Anyway, we'll get off that topic. Let's give money to the charity.
Give money to charity and only play free
and
video
necks
games.
and no necks. See, I was gonna say if I had a barcode on my neck, when you scan it, it's just gonna say, "You can't buy me, man."
You.
Oh, thank you.
Charity has
More
just
fun
been
numbers.
updated. We are now at $33.90 for the charity. First squared attendees, thank you so much.
My
That
green is showing. My
green is showing.
my chair. I'm breaking the illusion that we're not in a vaporwave cyberspace and not Chicago.
This is where I live.
Because even though it's a roaring 20s, I put us in vaporwave land.
You know what works for it's the roaring 20s of the future. I always think that vaporwave is kind of like coming back into the roaring 20s because booze is prohibited because everything's online, and I don't care how many synthahol I have, it just doesn't work. Just not the same.
Oh my God, synthahol!
I love synthahol.
I want to get drunk with Whoopi Goldberg. What?
Well, there we were backstage at Anthrocon. I have been introduced by the AV team, which, by the way, any AV people out there right now, everyone behind the scenes at First Squared, the unsung heroes, thank you for keeping all this stuff moving. I am on all the messages that they are making this stuff happen. You guys are unbelievable. I may know how to improv. You guys are a true improv artist. I have no idea how you are changing this stuff all on the fly. Well done. Always remember, thank your AV people. They never get the right amount of thanks.
Absolutely.
Well, on this particular day, I was hanging out with AV behind stage. We were having a few drinks. There were many of us standing around a table, and I had produced a bottle. I don't drink this one anymore. It's not necessary to drink it anymore. By looking at it, you still get drunk. I believe it's called Old Kentucky 101 or Kentucky Turkey 101 or
Old
Turkey
Kentucky Shark,
Old
something
Kentucky
like that.
Shark. I love Old Kentucky Shark.
It's the best.
Well, you just poured shots for everyone around, and here come the two people. I've seen them, I've worked with them, but I had never talked to them. Here are our ASL interpreters.
3-4-20.
3-4.
I'm very observant.
We have just made 3,420.
Thank you.
And what? Apparently there will be a cat filter on me. AV, you know what? AV doesn't need all the credit. Not all the credit goes to AV because sometimes they turn people into cats.
Absolutely. I mean, look, that's not a bad price to turn you into a kitty. That's not bad. That's a pretty good deal. You can appreciate a good deal.
I can appreciate a good deal.
Yeah, just Mr. buys everything that's on sale.
That's why I get Oreos. They are on sale.
Oh, yeah, Oreos. I'm not going to say anything about that.
You guys are amazing. Love my Oreos. Well, we're standing around this table, and here come the ASL interpreters, and we quickly pour 2 more shots, and they are so thrilled to be standing there. And as we talk, we're starting to realize the wonder, the beauty that truly comes in from a group coming in from the outside and seeing the fandom for what it is, working with the fandom, and just being truly wonderful people. So, of course, the toast went to our ASL interpreters. And as we raised our glasses, put them to our lips and downed it, a person who will remain nameless put down their shot glass and put their hand over their mouth. Now, Laura, they jumped back as quickly as they could because they saw what was happening. But that's when I realized that Bick is the true genius out of the group, because he realized he was standing directly in front of the fountain that was about to occur. And that fountain had just put a stopper right in front of his mouth. Everything went in every direction except for straight forward where Bick was standing. If there could have been a vomit outline around Bick, it would have happened. But that man, that true master of the stage, knew in that moment it was best to remain perfectly still.
Hey!
And the moment it was over, he looked at the rest of us, said, Well, I'm going up onto stage and walked away. Appreciate everything you do, Vic.
That's amazing.
It's a good time. I do back of house. Sometimes it's totally out of hand. It can become difficult, and I do apologize. Tech, if you could drop us from. No problem.
Yeah,
I'm going to turn you guys down a little bit. So sorry. There we go.
Maybe we got to turn our TV off. I don't even.
I got it. No, that's good. That's good. That's good.
All right. Oh yeah, but yeah, it's spread gun Contra. Yeah, you stay in the middle, so it goes around.
Always stay in the
basic
middle.
strategy.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. Like you ever see the like been in a water park and you got the different things, and you gotta strategize.
So, hold on, you're doing a lot of strategy at the water park.
Absolutely.
What ride are you going on?
You have to know how to move so you don't bust your ass at a water park. I'm sorry.
That's true.
You should know. You can get tossed around those slides.
Oh my
God. They will kill you if you're not careful.
We haven't.
I haven't been to a water park forever.
Do you remember the last time?
Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Because
we
furries.
used to have a Chicago outing and
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin was everyone. Remember, like
Lake
there
area.
were multiple outings in the same location, just in different rooms because we couldn't all fit.
When you name your place Noah's Ark, you're asking for it.
You truly are.
You are.
You
the
truly
furries are going to show up at your water park if you name it Noah's Ark. Like, you can't be mad, right?
No.
Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, in fact, I think you were planning for it almost, but that's just me.
I legitimately appreciate it. So what ended up happening is if you run a convention, you can usually get a few things out of the venue. Take First Squared, for example. One of the things that we try to make sure is that everyone has some level of internet access. So we try to get them to up their wireless capabilities in return for bringing that many people into the hotel. And that's fine. It's a nice trade-off from the venue to the event. And in this case, the trade-off was that the two different local furry groups, each of them got a complimentary suite. Not just a normal suite, but the big, like, presidential Noah's Ark suite, and they were right next to each other, which meant the patios were also right next to each other. And we were a lot of furries. So we're just tossing cans of beer back and forth to each other and missing, and they're going down to the third floor to their balcony where there is a family. I have to assume the father had no interest in being there. I'm going to guess the mother brought the family along. They wanted to go to Noah's Ark, and the dad just wanted to sit around and drink. And he was thrilled because he stood out there, and anytime we looked like we were going to throw something, he'd start yelling, "Miss it! Miss it!" And we just give him a beer. He sat out there, very rarely interjecting, but us giving him beers throughout the night. Absolutely wonderful individual.
Absolutely. Get the best people there,
Yeah, that's how Noah's Ark works.
It's absolutely, yeah. I love getting a big group. You're like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun, and then someone gets tossed off, and then it's someone got hurt. Well, you just try to feel good about it. But it's a good time. The lazy river is more your speed, right?
The lazy river is my speed. It has the word lazy in it.
It's true. I like the hardworking stream myself. the lazy river, and the bootstraps gorge, Edgar.
The bootstrap gorge.
I'm just saying, we had $90 more for a fun number.
We are now at $4,110 for charity. Thank you guys so much for everything you are doing. I am more into the lazy factor, aren't I?
What?
We got a VR rig.
Well, yeah,
recently,
it's true.
And Xander showed me some of the most amazing things. I got to play Half-Life Alexa. Is that what it's called?
Alex.
It's close. All right, I got to play Half-Life. Shut up. Sorry, my robot lady just started talking.
Robot
to
lady. You'll trigger her. Don't.
Sorry if I triggered
her up.
Everyone's robot lady.
Yeah, just don't wake her up.
Don't wake the beast.
Don't wake the beast.
He shows me these wonderful games. Half-Life, Andromeda. I was close. What was it? Half-Life.
Alex.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What was VR chat? Unbelievable. Very fun to hang out with other people. What do I find? I found the VR game that lets you sit perfectly still on the couch. I found VR poker.
Ah, yes.
I just got VR poker and I have so many hours in that game because why? Now I can play VR and sit perfectly still.
And now when I'm playing, I'm like all over the place. I'm doing ping pong. I'm sword fighting and shit. Here's Alkali. Hit me. Hold on. Let me go to the other adult stuff. Hit me. Let me go back to poker. Hit me.
Hit me.
Let me get my gun out. Hit me. Because you can, right? You can get a gun out in that game.
The VR poker. I believe it's called VR Poker Stars.
Yeah.
It has props and it's genuinely amusing. But going back to how you play VR,
What?
we have a rule in this house because
Oh.
it worries me. He moves around, so he plays ping pong, and he's, by the way, unbelievably good at real ping pong along with virtual ping pong. But we have a
I think
rule.
my rule.
because of
I think
that.
my rating is 1800 on the skating. Like 2100 is like the world class. 1500 is where you start. So I'm at 1800.
Sure.
Whatever that
You're mad.
whatever that means.
Well, we have a rule because playing ping pong, what's the hand motion? Meh,
Mhm.
meh, meh. So I will hear him in the living room. Shit, crap. And then I hear bang. He is now required to yell, I did not punch the TV. All I want to know is you did not punch the TV. As long as that is happening, put as many holes in the wall as you want.
It just
I
sounds
really
the same.
like that TV.
It just really sounds like a TV is being punched. It's really weird. And it's only when you're not in the room it sounds like a TV being punched. But you gotta hear me out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's the certain conditions that the parallel universe fills
Yeah, no, it's
to fill my bullshit and make my story work.
very
But,
useful.
Yeah, very useful. It's physics. It's simple reality.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Let's get some more numbers. I like numbers.
Because this is a charity stream, unless you have anything else, we have about 3 minutes left.
True.
I do have one last charity story.
You go
but
for
if
it.
You've got something.
I do not have anything. Sorry.
We're going to jump over to another con for one of my all-time favorite charity moments, just because I genuinely appreciate just the furry community in general, and the fact that when I was younger, practical jokes were a thing. And my friends played practical jokes on me. I played them on them. But we would do stuff like, I got home once, my buddy's got a key to the house in case I ever need it. He had my electrician friend come in and flip all the outlets around in the house.
Look,
genuinely funny, but I had to undo it.
Like, practical jokes and bloopers were a thing they had on TV. Dick Van Dyke said it was okay. You remember?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they said they did it to celebrities. So like, yeah, go ahead.
But furries, I believe you truly do it right. I've been given a boot full of nickels. It's barely an inconvenience. It's funny, but it's just inconvenient enough to be funny. But nothing will beat BLFC and the entire convention going around and telling each other, you see, BLFC is at a casino. And at a casino with slot machines, one of the things that happens fairly regularly is you put money into the slot machine, you win some random BS prizes, you put money back into the slot machine, and you cash out with a piece of paper with 5.3 cents on it. 2.1 cents. 0.1 cent.
Yes.
Somehow, the convention was able to convey to everyone to keep all of those. And at closing ceremonies, I was given on stage I cannot describe to you how many there were, but in increments of sometimes less than 1 penny, I had chits to a casino that in grand total probably equaled $13, but that is charity money. And as I left the stage with these chits, I went to the concierge and said, what do I do with these? And he said, I'm very sorry. It was decided early on, due to a donation, that you must cast them all yourself. So I stood in front of a machine in the lobby of a hotel, one at a time. Bzzz, 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 bzzz. I'm 3/4 of the way done with the stack. I'm laughing at this point. It's a genuinely good joke. There is a line behind me.
No.
And the manager from the hotel comes over and said, sir, can I help you? And I explained the situation. And he said, we can just do that for you. And I said, he told me you couldn't. and the con chair just waved and turned around. I miss him.
Oh no. You're fired.
With 30 seconds left, one more time, our final total for, my God, guys.
Yes, it's a fun number again. Thank
It is
you.
a fun number. To finish off this panel, we are at $41.69. That's $4,169. To everyone out there watching, to everyone who donated, and to everyone who's been a part of First Squared for all these years or your first time, thank you so much for being part of this community. I cannot tell you how much the heart of this community will be with me forever. Thank you for being here. Do not forget about the Hawes Association. Thank you for being your Hawes. Thank you to the interpreters, and good night.
Good night.
I'm Alkali.
I'm Xander.
Bye. I think the timer on the stream.
Well,
I think we're right. There's a timer and it stopped.
we did.
It's 0. It says 0.
Well, now
Did
it's
I
on
mute
them.
Okay, I might have muted everyone. He might be yelling at me to keep going. Are
Well,
we live? We're totally live.
The left screen is us. We're still live. It's up to us to switch us over.
So that's when the bank came in and it was like, "Where's our money?" Oh God.
Is that what you? Okay.
The bank. Just. So we were playing Monopoly.
I'm confused as you are right now, honestly.
No, I believe in them. They hit the button. So the button has been hit. Now electrons are flowing through.
We've all seen the Death Star. You press the
yes.
button, you do the thing. Two guys with weird hats in the tunnel go like this.
They're aerodynamic hats.
Oh.
That's why they have those. So if they fall into the laser beam, it goes around them.
That makes so much sense.
Oh, yeah,
You can't have a guardrail.
No,
that costs money.
I think that it's fairly safe that it's just about. This is difficult.
Yes, it is.
It's very hard to make up stuff. What just happened? Just trust me.
Yes.
I believe that the reason they have the helmets like that is because it wraps around them. But centrifugal force of the beam going towards Alderaan, it basically turns into the throwing.
Star Wars physics.
Krull. What's the thing from Krull called?
The glaive.
The glaive, yes.
The glaive.
That's why they wear those, so that if they fall into the reactor, it doesn't become a beam, it becomes a glaive, and that's how Krull was made. It's an offshoot of Star Wars. A lot of people don't know that.
I want a Krull remake. I'm one of the 5 people in the world.
I want a Krull remake.
There you go. Cool
would.
throwing star. Guy with the beard. Fire spells. Liam Neeson. What's not to like?
That's true.
Spider Queen. Lots of good things of Spider Queens. Undertale's got a Spider Queen. Can't go wrong with the Spider Queen.
There are Spider. I think there was a Spider Queen in a Frodo movie. Frodo Baggins.
Frodo did have a Spider Queen.
There was a Spider Queen.
This is a good team.
Okay, I don't know what number we're doing for the charity, but we're at 4269.
Yes,
so part of 420 and part. Oh my God, I love you guys.
4269. It's like we have 420 with 59. It is. It's twisted. It's a twisted number. I love it.
It's a very twisted number. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. I thought we thought we were going to be off by now, so we were misunderstanding.
No.
Oh, we have 20 seconds. Ready to switch. We're going to do it.
Okay, we believe in this. All right. So instead of just counting down the numbers, was the first thought that came to my head. We're very tired.
Now we have 10 seconds. Thank y'all for joining us.
Oh my God, guys. 5 seconds left. We have just made $5,000.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Oh.